So today we are going to be covering TradingView. In the first time when I showed you guys this, I told you, who can remember when I told you guys there are two versions?
Mr. David, I remember clearly. I remember.
Yes. So now, even from the URL itself, it will clearly tell you this covers the binary bit, which is your synthetics, while there is this other one, the one which I told you has the subscription service. The other one is free. So this one has, this is the ultimate version of TradingView. This is the free version, but the other things once you that you are exposed to, like for instance, you can replay price. I don't know whether mine will agree from here. Let's say here. So yeah, I've already used it too many times. Anyway, what this does here, replay, is, let's assume you are backtesting. Backtesting is a process of making sure that, or confirming that a certain strategy works. So for instance, if like now you are somebody who enters trades after a retest. So what you do is, because this is tell me what this is.
Sorry, Mr. David.
It's,
I can't hear you. You're breaking up.
Okay.
Yeah.
This zone here, that's what?
That is the support zone.
Yes. It also acts as a resistance. If you look at this here, at this point and this point, it goes beyond and then becomes a support, a support, a support. Then it becomes a resistance here, falls down. Now, with the replay option, you can be able to stop price at this point. Try to anticipate how price will flow. So then you have the option of play. There's the speed, which is this, and then now you flow of price. And that is how, guys, if you took a certain trade, for instance, how it would play out. This is just your arrow or the cursor. So you have different versions. You have the cross, you have the dot, the arrow itself, which is this one, and the eraser. Then you have tools, things like your trend lines, your arrow. Like for those people who normally see when I give signals, I normally use this, in fact, this one, to show where it's potentially to have the ray. These are all kinds of tools. So this is for somebody who wants to put a trend line and doesn't want to go through the stress of dragging it out. So what you just do is you put it here at your point, you put it there, and then it does that for you. But now the problem with this is sometimes it's too rigid. So something, there are certain that it will be very difficult for you to identify an array. There is anyone who is not unmuted, please mute. There is the info line. This just gives information as you go. You see at the bottom where it tells you, it gives you the date, the specific date and time. And this is used by especially traders who trade specific sessions to know when a certain session starts and when it ends. Or for the people who like to trade NASDAQ, you'll be able to tell the candles that are just about before 4:30 SA time. So this is what makes it easy for you. Things like the extended line, same thing like the ray, no big deal. Then you have the trend angle. For you, from this point, you are able to tell the degree. Then other things like your horizontal line, which can also be your sector, like this. You can have an horizontal ray, which is now, instead of it cutting through your whole chart, you just put it at a specific point, like that. And then is the next category. There's a vertical line. This you are able, when you are backtesting, to be able to divide between days the flow of the cross line. Is just like the one that is on your phone for identifying like points, potential points of your TP, like what Panther talked about yesterday. Then there's a parallel. This is somebody who is let's please mute so that we make this thing easy for everyone else. Okay, so now this parallel channel, it's basically something like this. When you click on it, you open here and take it to that point. What is this? Yeah, basically that. So you can be able to move it however you want it to be there, and cover whichever candles that you want, instead of doing it this way, where you draw a line and then you click clone. So it clones for you, it gives you a twin, and then now you pull it. The rest, I actually don't use them. It's just extra tools that one can use if you so wish. The other bit is the fib. The fib is used by people who want to trade retracements, such that you take, for instance, if it's going, this is the high, and you want to enter at a retracement, so you take this and you pull it down. And then each and every part of this represents a specific zone to a specific person, but there is something called the gold zone, which is between the golden zone, which is this 0.5, which normally is times by 10 to give you a percentage of 50, or this 100, which gives you a percentage of 50 and 61.8. So by the principle of the people who use the fib, anything that, like now, if you're waiting for a retracement to enter, the person who waited for a retracement could have entered here, but you see now the problem is it came to 38.2 and shot up. The person who decided to wait for the 61.8 entered the sell, it came all the way to 38.2, then it shot out. But anyway, this is a tool that a lot of people who I know use, and it has made them successful. It just depends how you see the market and what you think can enable you be successful the most. So never be limited to just one way. Just like how the different types of cooking a meal, you can grill it, fry it, and boil it. So if you are a person for boiled food, that's your thing. If you're for fried food, same thing. Same with these tools. And then a lot of these are available on YouTube, or there are a lot of PDFs on this. I'll not touch on everything, but it will now depend on your journey as a trader and what you think fascinates you the most. The other categories is there's the brush, there's the highlighter, there's this rectangle. The rectangle is basically this here, and you have the option of this bit here where you can change the color. You can choose how thick you want things to be, and you can come to this bit. So there's the style. Everything is fully customizable to your preference. And here, so you can, if you know the price in your head, you can just explicitly say it, and it goes, it deploys exactly where you want. The other bit is things like the circle. There's these are just tools of showing the flow of price. Like now, you can come here with, I choose path. Sorry, let me redo this again. Choose path, so you like that. You see, so it's used to enable somebody to see the flow of price. Nothing much. This is for curves, something round. Let me look for an example. I'm not seeing a curve, but basically this shows a curve, like an upside down cup. A shape of that kind, but I'm not seeing. Oh yes, perfect. Something like this. And if you do your research very well, you'll be able to know this is a pattern. But that I'll leave to you. There's even your rectangle, like your triangle, those things like that. If let me give you an example. Yes, like now here. The highest point was this from here. So a rectangle is that. So with this, you are able to estimate where your TP will be. And as you can now see, price melted all the way until down here. I'll move now to something different, which is the text and the text anchored text. These are just modes of labeling. Like you can write triangle, and then it's here. Then you can click here and change the color. You can change the font, anything. Everything here is fully customizable. The next thing, other symbols, like now this box, a balloon, is like for the people who, it's somebody who is a fan of comics here. So like of when somebody says something. So now you can also label your charts with this. So wish. And many other things here. The other bit is now this represents certain strategies which you can be able to check on YouTube or PDFs. Certain double patterns, the head and shoulders, all this. They're all there. Now, there's something I showed you a while back about a tool that enables you to take position. So assuming we are here and we want to take a buy, you click on the long option. This is for buys. Sorry. And then now it's divided into this red section is your SL, and as you move it, it goes adding. It's incremental, so it even tells you your percentage. The bigger it is, the more the percentage is, and it will even tell you the pips. And this is now your TP section, where is denoted as green for the potential money you're going to make. So, and then it now is able to tell you the risk to reward percentage. So now here you are able to see that if you take this trade, this is a 5.52 reward to risk. This is, yeah, 2. But again, this is NASDAQ and this is the day. So once you move to things like the 1 hour, let me give you guys an example. The small time frames. Then you'll be able to execute trades with smaller stop losses. You see, like now this one from the daily, it was this whole region. While as if you move it to here, you can then move this all the way here and even have a 55 And do you see how it changes? Like now when you move, the risk reward changes. So if you are to have a stop loss of 61 pips, and that's it. Let me try and show you the person who took this trade all the way until this stop point would have made here. This person would have made until here. That would have been a trade of 23.65% to less than that. He's risking less than 1%. So this is a tool that you should consider using. It's really nice because you can even come here, apart from customizing it, when you come to inputs, you see again, okay, you can leave the lot size bit, but it has the most important bit is here. You can also customize it to your specific risk percentage. So if your trades normally are 2%, 3%, 4%, you can change it here if you like. Then choose your price, your entry price. You see profit level, the price, stop loss level, the price. Now from here, if for instance you identified the setup and you're using both your laptop and your phone, now these are the things that you're going to use to set on your phone your stop loss and your TP. On the other hand, there's don't know why this thing keeps on giving me excessive long. On the other side, there's the short position, which is sales. So if you are looking at this and you decided, like my friend Clinton decided yesterday, let me take a sell. So you would have obviously calculated your SM. Let's look at 60, but I'll not advise. This is just for pieces of experimentation. I'm not saying that you should use a 60 but pip SL with NASDAQ, because that can blow your account really fast. Now, for the person who took this whole, who sold all the way until the bottom, this was a trade of 20.55, less than 50 cents, like 0.5 percentage. It's not even a 1. So if you are able to achieve this sniper entry here, there was actually no drawdown at all. Once this candle formed and closed, at this point you are sitting on profit. So now if you took it all the way until this point, you have made cash equivalent to 20. So here, if you are, let's say you have an account of $1,000 and you took a trade here, each trade here you are risking 0.5 a 0.5 of $1,000 is 1% is 100, it's less than $10, I believe. if I'm doing my math correctly, it's today I'm a bit slow because I have a migraine, but I didn't want to postpone this because I promised you guys that I was going to have this session. Yeah, so it's $10. $10, that is 1%. So it's $5 you're risking here. And then the percentage here is 8. So it would be how much? I think we'll have, for purposes of this, we will have, because I showed you guys on how to calculate the profit and loss aspect for synthetics. We will have one just specifically so that these calculations you guys can get to know them, and have a video based on them so that you'll be able to watch it at any time that you want and refresh. Okay, and then these are just some other tools one can use. As I'd said again, they flood you with a lot of tools, some of them that you'll never ever use again, but they're just there so that they don't say that people don't say that they don't equip you with things. Then you have symbols. Yeah, this is the tool that I was telling you you can measure with. So again, like now, if I was to remove this can also tell you the number of pips here, all the way until down here. So you see the person who took this trade caught 1,241.8 pips. And as I told you, never be bothered so much about the negative, because we pulled this from a high point. So the fall is being denoted by a negative, because how this is made is it's meant to be going upward. So they assume that from here, this is 0, and then it goes upward like that. But you just need to put it in your mind that the value here, if it's a sell, the minus here is just to show that it's falling. And a buy is always positive. That's it. Yeah, so then this is to zoom in. This is magnet mode. I've actually never used it. There is somebody who is making noise. Okay, let me put it off. And then this, now you can lock your drawings. So like now, if you don't want anyone to move them, maybe you're doing your quick analysis as you cook and you have a very nosy nephew, and maybe he'll come and tell you like, uncle, what are you doing? And he wants to also look like he's doing something. You can just quickly lock your chart here, and whatever he does here, so long as you are on this version, you will not lose it. And then there's this option of, yeah, you can also hide your drawings, hide indicators, hide positions or orders and all that stuff. And of course, once you're tired of all these things on your chart, you just come here to this dustbin and do that, and it becomes a naked chart again. The other thing is, these are your timeframes. this is your mode of what kind of representation you want. You can have hollow chart, candles, you can have your line chart, your area, whatever. As I was telling you before, they make this thing so that everyone can be accommodated. It's more or less for inclusivity. Then this is your bridge for all the indicators you can ever think of. They're all here. Then there is the strategies, they're all here. There is the volume profile, chart patterns, but all this now, this helps you with to identify all these patterns. But now this is under the paid version of trading. You can also put alerts, like now, for instance, the price is at, let me go back to candlesticks. You can put an alert, like if you are looking for, a buy, it's in, when it comes here, it's going to give a buy. So it's under parameters, you can see less than, crossing up, all that. But the most important thing is you set the time, how you want the alert to be, and then now you put the value of price. So you see, as I play around with this, it goes changing. When I increase, it goes changing. Once you have successfully chose what you want, you just do that, and then it saves it. Once price reaches, you see, exactly. So this is now the alert, it does this. But you can even put a ringtone if you so wish. The other bit is you can save. This is an option about saving everything that you have here, so that once you do analysis, now this is where the key difference between the binary version and this. This, once you do your analysis and you have autosave on, it saves it. Even if you come back to this after a year, it's still there. You're allowed to rename your charts. Like now mine, this is charts. You can load the previous ones. And then once you pay, you can even publish your charts. The guys who pay for this platform have a lot more at their disposal than the guys who use it for free. Then now this is where you are allowed to, or rather the area where they give you to put the instruments you have. So you can add them as easy as coming here. This is all they have. This is not another key difference between the binary one and this one. It has everything. You have your stocks, you have your futures, you have your forex, you have crypto of any kind, you have index, you have bonds, and you have your economy here, which the binary does not have. So once you select, it comes here. Then you can flag them so that you are able to, they're able to stay there, and it's more of a visual aid, so that it will pull your attention to that instrument, especially if you want to jump in, do your analysis, and prepare, even like using deploying price alert, so that it will tell you a certain instrument. If you're an as person, or let's say currencies, that certain currency has gone to a certain price. So kindly check me again so that you decide on what you are going to do. And basically that is it for this. Also, it has the option of taking a photo, just like the other version for binary. So now, is there a question before I move to the binary one? Guys, is there a question? Or should I continue?
No question, Mr. David. No questions on my side.
Okay. So I'll move on. For the binary, it's not really loaded with a lot. There is just here you can decide to compare certain instruments together, and then now it will show you the movements. And now you can see it has everything here is just basic. That's nothing much here. The same things we covered. There's the same things, even this comic book stuff, the patterns, short, long, forecast, the same stuff, but on a ultra basic level. And then you have the ruler and showed you guys. This is to zoom in, magnet level, lock your charts on drawing mode. This is locking everything, and then now you can hide